on location of your emergency.
Breaking news out of North Idaho. Moscow police are investigating a homicide on King Road.
Is she breathing?
No.
So 5'10", all black. Could you see what color his eyebrows were or anything like that?
No, I don't remember what his eyes look like either.
Officers discovered the bodies of Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Maddie Mogen, and Kaylee Goncalves, but no weapon has been located at this time.
Arrested. That's 28-year-old Bryan Kohberger in custody today.
Mr. Kohberger allegedly stalked one of the victims. That's false.
We do not have evidence that the defendant had direct contact with 1122 or with residents of 1122, but we can put his phone in that area. There are many residences in that area. It's a dense population of mostly college-related occupants.
Everything is alleged. Hey guys, good morning. Well, good afternoon. How are y'all doing today? This one, most of you guys have already heard the Jaclyn Belliveau interview. This one's really interesting for two reasons. Number one, she says that somebody was at King Road, or at least that's how it sounds, that someone was at King Road until like 3:30 in the morning. That's number one. But number two, people will just say shit. People will just say shit. So again, I know a lot of you guys have probably already heard this, but I'm just going to go ahead and say this anyway, even for those of you who might not have. There's one point in this interview where this girl gives the story of Kaylee and Maddie getting picked up by a car from the corner club and going to the grub truck. And she says it like it's a matter of fact. And then when they give her a little bit of pushback and say, so they got a ride to the grub truck, they didn't walk. She's like, oh, you know, I just don't know. I just don't know. And then it goes on to about like where she was that night. And I'm like, why did you tell it? Why did you tell it like it was a fact of the night that the two girls got picked up by a car and driven to the grub truck if you don't know? It's just like the chick saying that the guy that brought her home that night is the guy who picked up the girls from the grub truck. She went on and on and on like it was a fact. No. People will just say things. Even if they don't know if they're true, they'll just say things. In a quadruple homicide investigation. Can we not do that, please? Can we not? Okay, thanks. People are crazy. People are absolutely crazy. Oh my gosh, Tammy. Thank you so much for the $99.99 again. Holy crap. Thank you so much. Wow. You are so freaking awesome. Thank you so much. That's amazing. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, this interview is wild. She just says shit to say shit, which is crazy. But it's also very short. So I don't think we'll be here for more than maybe 45 minutes. Less than an hour. And then I'll be back again around like 3:45. I think we need to do a document read today. Unless something else comes out, I plan to do a document read around 3:45, and then we'll come back later on tonight to do another interview review. I don't know if it's going to be Christy on Dr. Phil or if it's going to be one of these. It might be one of these. I really want to go over the cat girl. Chicken boy, cat girl. It's funny how we always end up naming people. Damn. We really do just put labels on everything, I guess. No, I want to go over the cat girl one because that's very bothersome. And I feel like that needs to be addressed. Like, I want to write a letter to the police department, like to the whoever's in charge over there, about this interview based off of what I've heard so far, but I haven't sat down and listened to it myself. So I want to listen to it, and I feel like that's probably the one that we're going to review tonight so that I can see exactly what's being said and compare it to what we know about things, timestamps, stuff like that, because I think that's a big deal. That they're sitting there trying to get this girl to admit that it's her vehicle and it's not, just because why? Like, that almost makes you want to believe that they know exactly whose vehicle it is. And so they're trying to find a story to cover it up with by trying to make this girl believe it's her and it's not. That's not okay. Just like those people who interviewed the crazy girl from the hotel. Within 4 or 5 minutes, they knew that this interview needed to end. And they kept playing with her out of entertainment. Complaints need to be filed. Let's be serious. There's not apparently a lot we can do here, okay? But let's do what we can where we can. I think some complaints need to be filed. Yeah, isn't it crazy? Give everybody a nickname. I mean, why not? Why not? Why not? Okay. So this is on Accomplished Days channel, so we're going to watch it from there so that I can put the captions on. Oh, well, I don't want them to cover up her name. I don't know if it stays on there the whole time or not. I can't remember. So let's do this. Add. Oh, why are you spinning? Okay. Alrighty. Now this girl, from how it sounds, I don't think she knew, and I guess maybe I could have missed it. I don't remember her saying that she really knew Kaylee. I feel like she just met Maddie, I think at a tailgate, like right before all of this happened, but she was closest to Xana and Ethan, but also had never been inside of 1122. Apparently she hadn't visited where Xana lived since she lived at the treehouse the year before, or like right before that, you know, when before she moved into 1122. So she had never been inside the house. Okay.
Lauren Beckner with. Okay. This is Friday at 2:13. All right. So we have been asked by Moscow PD to talk to some of the students that have come all the way down here. And obviously, you know, this is regarding the incident that happened this weekend. Mm-hmm. So if you could maybe start out by telling us, you know, are you living down here? Do you live up there? Are you in a sorority? You know, that sort of thing. Okay. How do you know the people that were involved in that?
Yeah, absolutely. I was raised, my family house is here. I'm a part of the sorority up there. And I've met Xana and Ethan through Ethan's a Sigma Chi and my best friend. So we got really close, like through all their events and everything. And I have a lot of high school friends that are also Sigma Chi. So it was just like a natural, you know, draw towards the house.
Okay.
I met Xana a night at Sigma Chi actually in an apartment party. It's kind of like how I got to know like the whole friend group. I wasn't very close with Maddie.
Like, I understand maybe some of them not being like overly emotional, sort of, but why does it sound like, I mean, maybe it's just weird to me that 4 days later or 5 days later, it feels like more like she's smiley as she speaks. I mean, granted, it's memories. I get that. But like at this point, it's been a week. It's weird to me that the memory is making you more happy than sad this fast. That's why I just kind of feel like, I mean, we've pretty much already established when people act like they're so close to people here or they're like best friends, in reality, they barely even know how to pronounce their last names. So I guess that's maybe why so many of us are so like taken aback by the lack of emotion. But then we also have a lack of emotion from like the mother of Kaylee a week later talking shit about her daughter on the news, you know? So the whole thing all the way around is just the oddest shit. It literally feels like they're a whole nother like planet that we're watching something on TV of, because the way that they behave like all the way around is so like subhuman, not human, anti-human. I don't know how else to say it. Like, it's just very odd. For as much shit as they talk about the way that Bryan reacts to things, this whole town and several of the immediate family members react worse when it comes to emotional reaction. Like, collectively, it's very freaking, we're in a dome or some shit. I don't know what the hell.
I met Xana a night at Sigma Chi actually in an apartment party. It's kind of like how I got to know like the whole friend group. I wasn't very close with Maddie or Kaylee that well, but
okay.
Yeah, I met them, Maddie at a tailgate actually recently. Mm-hmm. Just, you know, she came up to me actually and she was like, hey, like I've seen you around, just wanted to introduce myself. Like we never got that formal introduction. And I was like, oh, it's so nice to meet you. But that was as far as.
So it was mostly Xana.
Xana and Ethan, yeah.
Okay.
That I knew.
And how long had you known them?
Freshman year. So I guess a year and a half now.
And you're right now?
I'm a technically.
Look. I know that some people are probably like, okay, well, they only knew him like a year and a half. Have y'all seen the TikToks of people that have only been like co-workers with someone for a few months and the co-worker passes away and they're a blubbering ass mess because what do you mean? I just worked a shift with them this morning type deal. For me with her, it's like, what do you mean? I was just at a party with them 5 hours before this. What are you talking about? And there's just like, I don't know. It's going to forever bother me. I don't know what else to say. It's just so freaking odd.
Where do you live up at school?
I live in the sorority.
How far away is that? I don't know the area.
No, that's fine.
From the King Road house.
So
I don't remember there being like,
which is a total
even
given matter. It's like, so I'd say it's like a mile.
Oh, it's not even going to be on here then.
No. So
okay.
What am I looking at here?
There's King Road.
Okay, so Sigma Chi over here. So Sigma Chi is over here.
Okay. Had you ever been over to their house visiting?
I haven't been to their new
Xana?
house, unfortunately. We were supposed to all hang out Sunday night, but yeah, I haven't been to their new one. I was at their old house last year. It's called, and it was.
Did she say Sunday night? So they had plans for her to actually go over to the house that Sunday evening? That's interesting. I didn't hear that before.
I haven't been to their new house, unfortunately. We were supposed to all hang out Sunday night, but yeah, I haven't been to their new one. I was at their old house last year. It's called, and it's in that map. It's like right next door to
the house.
Xana's new place. But.
Okay, so you've never been to the house. How often did you talk to Xana?
I like Sigma Chi when we were there, so just kind of like through passing. And I actually like last saw the two of them, but I don't know like how often. I was like, we always kept in touch too, so I was mainly close with.
Well, I mean, that's what they're asking. Like, how often did y'all talk outside of parties?
That I was really close with in the friend group. But,
okay.
Yeah.
Had you been so?
It doesn't seem like they actually talked very much outside of being at the same parties a lot, unless there's like a social media thing. It just sounds like they didn't really actually talk.
So we got an email that said something about you had seen. This is coming from the Moscow guys, that you had seen a couple guys with Kaylee, and did you see something that evening on Saturday night or Sunday morning?
I didn't see them. I saw the video of them going to Grub Truck. I saw Xana and Ethan that night.
Okay, so you just saw that streaming.
Yeah.
That streaming.
Yeah, I didn't see Maddie or Kaylee at all that night.
Okay. So.
But you were hanging out with Xana and Ethan that night?
Mm-hmm.
Where were you guys hanging out at?
Sigma Chi. They were having a lodge party. Okay. And I specifically saw them and so.
Okay. Had she ever said anything about like?
So I guess that was names. I specifically saw them and blankety blank, maybe Dylan and Bethany. I don't know.
There were issues with, people bugging them or following any of them or any sort of things like that, any sort of stalking incidents or people creeping them out or nothing like that.
In fact, I heard the opposite from her, which is like the more that she like felt safe. But
see, that's weird to me. I'm gonna let that replay. To me, this is just odd. And then like she makes this like half-assed little like laugh afterwards. It's just weird.
Things like that, any sort of stalking incidents or people creeping them out or nothing like that.
In fact, I heard the opposite from her, which is like the more that she like felt safe. But
that's just weird. I like, are people really having these conversations? Oh, how safe do you feel on campus, girl? How was your day?
We're hanging out with Xana and Ethan that night?
Mm-hmm.
Where were you guys hanging out at?
Sigma Chi. They were having a lodge party. Okay. And I specifically saw them and
Okay. Had she ever said anything about like there were issues with, people bugging them or following any of them or any sort of things like that, any sort of stalking incidents or people creeping them out or
Yeah,
Nothing like
no,
that.
in fact, I heard the opposite from her, which is like the more that she like felt safe. But
Okay.
Yeah, that's just first time I heard that. I usually let these play as like I'm whatever. I remember stopping and being like, that was odd. Like it just grabbed me so strange. Like, are you really having that kind of conversation? Like, when did she say that to you, ma'am? Like, time and date, please. Like, what? It's just so weird.
Can you think of anybody? So you'd never been to the house before. Can you think of anybody that we maybe need to talk to that might have some good information on what may have happened?
we're at Grub Truck. Driving the girls. So
Okay,
Colby.
I think those are on the email.
So were they the ones who?
Colby? That's the blonde-haired guy. That's the blonde-haired guy that has a beard. We have the picture I think I used of him in his interview. He's like out on a hike. I think that's the guy. I'll have to go back and check, but we've heard that name before.
Gave those guys a ride home that night?
Yeah, that's that's what I've been told.
Okay,
right? I wasn't there, so.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we have those names on that email.
Yeah. And I think we gave it, there was a phone call earlier this
Okay.
morning, and I think we gave their phone
Yeah, I
numbers
think
and
that was
everything.
it.
So, yeah. I was with Xana until 2 a.m. Actually, I have a picture of her the last time I took her.
So what did those two guys do? Who did they give a ride to?
They
just glanced right over that part. So she says that she was with Xana and Ethan at the party until 2 a.m., but Peter told us that the party was over at 1, that it had to end at 1, and by 1:20, that was the last time he saw Xana and Ethan, and they were getting their stuff together to get ready to leave. So there's that. We have no consistent actual timeline really for the party ending. Now we know that they do have like times they have to end that they have to abide by because it's in the Greek, system. And especially because it was in Vision, Idaho, and they were all shocked. They even had permission to have the party because it was in Vision, Idaho. They've all said it. All the Sigma Chi guys were like, yeah, we don't really know how we even got permission. We weren't supposed to have a party. So if you're not supposed to have a party, you're going to make sure that you're done and over with. Peter said 1. So 2 o'clock is interesting. We need more information. We need something better than this. Like I just don't feel like this is it. Like I know they have to have some sort of cameras or something inside somewhere in the Sigma Chi vicinity that we don't know about. I really just feel like we're being lied to about the camera footage that they have for things. There's just like no way that it's this much of a cluster F. No answers for Xana and Ethan is crazy. Now, I know that we do have the list that was sent over by Sigma Chi and this timeline that was created by that Reed dude. And it says something about somebody getting a picture or a Snapchat from Ethan around like, what was it, 1:48? And it shows that they were back at Xana's house. We've never seen that. They've never told us that they were there at 1:48. What? 1:48? That means they would have been home literally with everyone else and no one else knew they were there. Dylan and Bethany are both pretending. Well, that's a big problem if that's the case. Is that why we're not? I mean, what if this 1:48 picture actually does exist and Ethan and Xana were actually home at 1:48 and Dylan and Bethany are literally freaking lying about knowing that Xana and Ethan were home at 1:48? Because that's also a huge possibility. And the only other 2 people in the house that could vouch for that are dead. This shit makes no sense. I hate this case. My God, I hate this case.
It gave a ride to Maddie and Kaylee, and they were so they took them to Grub Truck and then back home.
Lakeland too.
From the corner club?
Yeah.
Freaking Lakeland too. I hate this damn case. My God, I hate this case.
Yeah. And I think we gave it, there was a phone call earlier this morning, and I think we gave their phone numbers and everything. So, yeah. I was with Xana until 2 a.m. Actually, I have a picture of her the last time I took her.
So what did those two guys do? Who did they give a ride to?
They gave a ride to Maddie and Kaylee, and they were so they took them to Grub Truck and then back home.
From the corner club
Yeah.
to the grub truck.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more walking distance, but I don't know, I guess, if they went and picked them up at the corner club. I don't know specifics.
Do you know if anybody else was with them when they came from the corner club?
Mm-mm.
You just haven't heard, or
No,
you don't know for certain?
No. I mean, what I was doing that night, I was honestly just with Xana and Ethan.
So they caught a ride from the corner club over to the grub truck. They didn't walk.
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I
See?
have no clue.
100%.
So you were with.
So then why did you say that? Why did you tell them that story?
Any sort of thing. Or think of can you think of anybody
just
that we
making shit up.
maybe need to talk to that,
I mean.
that might have some good information on what
Yeah.
may have happened?
Mm-hmm. That's why I really feel like we're being lied to. Like, I feel like there's probably cameras inside the lodge, like actually inside. Like, I don't think there's cameras like at the apartments, but I feel like there's probably cameras inside the house where the like main common areas are. For some reason, like I've been thinking that for like a super long time and I've never been able to really shake it. And I know that we've been lied to. Like, I feel like there's Sigma Chi cameras, which makes them not knowing even more frustrating if it is true, because they can't even give us a definitive time for them walking out the door. What was it? David Barriocha in the Amazon Prime shit said that it was like 1:45 when he went to go walk out and Xana was right there. And he said bye to Xana. Okay, well, that's still 25 minutes after what Peter said he saw them at 1:20 getting ready to leave. So they hung out for another 25 minutes. Oh, but he apparently sent a Snapchat at 1:48, just 3 minutes later, already back at Xana's house. Which one is it? This is so stupid. Okay, it's just redacted right here.
We're at Grub Truck, driving the girls. So
Okay,
Colby,
I think those are on the email.
So were they the ones who gave those guys a ride home that night?
yeah, that's that's what I've been told.
Okay,
Right, I was
yeah.
there, so
Okay, I think we have those names on that email.
yeah. And I think we gave it. There was a phone call earlier this
Okay,
morning, and I think
okay.
we gave their phone
Yeah, I
numbers and
think that was
everything.
it.
So yeah, I was with Xana until 2 a.m. Actually, I have a picture of her the last time I took her.
So what did those two guys do? Who did they give a ride to?
They gave a ride
See, I would love to see the 2 a.m. picture with a timestamp on it. That would be beautiful.
to Maddie and Kaylee, and they were so they took them to Grub Truck and then back home.
From the corner club
Yeah.
to the grub truck.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more walking distance, but I don't know, I guess, if they went and picked them up at the corner club. I don't know specifics.
Do you know if anybody else was with them when they came from the corner club?
Mm-mm.
You just haven't heard, or
No,
you don't know for certain?
No. I mean, what I was doing that night, I was honestly just with Xana and Ethan.
So they caught a ride from the corner club over to the grub truck. They didn't walk.
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have no clue.
100%.
So you were with Xana and Ethan until about 2 a.m.
Mhm.
And then is that when they left and went home, or is that when you
That's
left?
when I left and
Okay.
went home. Yeah, I walked. Yeah, said goodbye to them.
Okay.
And they were still at the party
Uh-huh.
and doing
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Mhm.
So
Do you guys
left.
text anymore that night? I mean, do you have an idea?
So she left before. She's claiming Xana and Ethan left, and she walked home and they were still there, and she's claiming she saw Xana at 2.
Do you have what
Okay.
time she left or anything like that?
No idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember when I listened to this before him ever going back to it either, but I could have missed it.
We've heard kind of some stuff back and forth, and
That part.
trying to be sensitive, but it doesn't really matter as far as,
Yeah.
no one's in trouble for this part of it. But we've heard that maybe Xana used there's a little bit of drug use, just recreational, just some. Do you know what kind of stuff she did?
I know she vaped. I don't know like any hard drugs she did. I don't do any, so I can just turn a blind eye to that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I mean, it wouldn't have surprised me if she like did anything like that. That's why, like, yeah.
She kind of was like to party, was outgoing and that
She liked
kind of
to have a
stuff,
good time.
right? Like to have a good time.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Ethan too.
So how long had she been dating Ethan?
They started dating second semester around that time. I don't know the exact like month.
So maybe
I want to listen to the way she said Ethan too again. There was like a weird tone in her voice. Listen to it.
Good time.
Like to have a good time. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah. Ethan too.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the way she talks. There's like I don't know. There's almost like an inflection in the way she says too.
To that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I mean, it wouldn't have surprised me if she like did anything like that. That's why, like, yeah.
She kind of was like to party, was outgoing and that
She liked
kind of
to have a
stuff,
good
right?
time.
Like to have a good time. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah. Ethan too.
Yeah.
So how long had she been dating Ethan?
That's interesting. It's almost like that. There's knowledge behind that inflection a little bit, I think.
Started dating second semester around that time. I don't know the exact like month.
So maybe about a year?
Yeah.
Okay. Did she have a boyfriend before that?
Not that I was aware of. I mean, everyone, has like a crush on Xana, but no, I don't.
That seems to be pretty consistent. Everybody likes Xana. She literally seemed to be the popular girl. The non-blonde, the natural, just wanted to go out and have fun, maybe not make the best choices and the kind of fun, but the outgoing, wants to include everyone, super sweet, didn't slather her face full of makeup, didn't dye her hair, wore jerseys and didn't care, relaxed girl, was the most popular and most crushed on girl on the entire campus. That's crazy. I mean, she's awesome. I think she's so cute. I always thought she was so pretty. Jasmine's beautiful. My God. But just to know that her personality was like so bright that like literally everyone liked Xana. But then to also hear that Peter is trying to turn it into some sort of negative with a conversation that we don't even really know that it existed. Nobody is saying that they ever saw Ethan like walk out with Peter or have a conversation with Peter at Hunga Dunga, or that he seemed upset at Hunga Dunga. Now I know that there's a girl with a video that shows Ethan arguing with somebody in the back of the video, but there's like not really a lot of people really at all mentioning he was in a certain mood. They saw Peter and him walk out and have a conversation. It's more Maisie was upset about something. He was trying to see what Maisie was upset about. And then suddenly Peter popped up with this out of nowhere thing. That's why I really feel like Peter is the problem. Just like he's sitting there saying that they didn't like the Caleb Jacobson guy. Whole time, Caleb Jacobson and Ethan are apparently hella close because that's Hunter Johnson's cousin. And they're over there constantly. Like Peter is the problem. Peter is the problem. I want to go back over his interviews. There's something just with that dude. I don't know what it is.
I don't think she didn't have a boyfriend before that. No.
Okay. Is there anything you can think of that, may be able to help us with this case?
This is true. It very well could be Peter. There's only one person on the planet. Well, I guess two. The person who he was arguing with and the girl who has the video. They're the only people that can answer that question. Connor has spoken to her. Our Connor has spoken to her. And she's the one that he stated in that live where they talked about all the FOIA stuff, that she tried to FOIA her own interview and her own information, and they told her own shit doesn't exist. But she doesn't want to release the video because the cops told her before that she wasn't allowed to release it. In my mind, I'm thinking at this point, you kind of have an obligation to do more at this point. Because they're telling you that your own interviews don't exist. They're lying to you. You lived it. You were there. Unless you're not being honest. Which could be the case too. But we are 4 years in. We have no answers to anything. And everyone is lying about your friends. So if there is someone that Ethan was having a heated argument with on the same night that him and 3 others died, and there's no answers to anything all this time later, I feel like you have an obligation. That's just me, though. And I'm not saying that to try to like push anybody. That's how I would have handled the situation. At this point, if I'm trying to get my own info and the police that I talked to face and gave information to is blatantly lying to me, telling me that this shit didn't happen, like I'm crazy. Oh no, I'm doing more. I'm releasing that shit on a live. I'm letting the world see it. Because what do you mean? Here's the emails where we made a schedule. Here's the call log where you had a conversation with me. Here's my conversations with other people about me coming in and doing this interview. Here's the video. Y'all are lying. Why are you lying? It could be Peter. I hate this case. Did I tell you that? I hate this case so much.
Anything you've heard?
The only thing is like to talk to, because it sounded like the video, the food truck video had that one guy in it, and there were stigmatized there, is like to really talk to them, and because they were pretty close, they were talking. So the guy that we were all like kind of like suspecting at first, that was like watching the 2 girls, was talking to a bigger man. And the Sigma Chi's were talking to that bigger man there for a minute.
Is that the one that he like went and bro hug type thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, I can show you.
Where's Joe Vito's interviews? I know they had to interview him, even though he's got nothing, he's Vito. I want to hear it. They had to have talked to him.
So I can tell you the original guy that people were suspecting, we've talked to him, and he's been very cooperative and all that stuff. And
That's really good to hear, actually.
It's obviously a little bit tricky because I know in all the group chats there's a lot of conjecture and rumors going around. Is there anything coming up in those that kind of seem legitimate that could be, you know what I mean? How some of it you're clearly like, oh, people are just guessing,
right?
And then sometimes somebody might say something, you're like, oh, you kind of know a little more than maybe other people do. Or
it's acting up again. Second time, it's not surprising. It's not shocking. And see, like, even with me taking a break and not posting as much, like for a few days, dealing with like all the cat stuff, it still didn't correct that problem. Because it always tells me that if you do more than 3 in a 24-hour period, it will not send out push notifications. So, okay, like, well, I didn't do shit for like practically 4 days and like maybe posted twice in 4 days, and it's still, so I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. So I guess I just need to just keep on doing what I'm doing. I don't know what else to say. Thank you so much for the gifted membership, Haley. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I mean, I've tried. Yeah, like for some people get like it beforehand. Some people don't get notified until I'm actually live. Some people don't get a notification until the live is over and posted to the channel as like a processed video. I don't know. It happens so much. YouTube needs to get its shit together for real though. Like, it's been a problem for years. I don't see how they can keep doing all these updates for things and it messes with other shit, or they just ignore the real problems. I don't really know what half these updates are. I'm just here. I'm just here.
That the news has put out on some of this stuff.
Well, it's really good to hear that one guy has been like cooperating, because that has been like my biggest red flag, is because when they cut through, he kind of followed, right? And he went around the place that they were walking through. So
see, now she thinks that the girls didn't get into a car, that they walked away from the grub truck, and that Showalter took off and went around somewhere to like follow them another direction, which isn't the case either.
You're clearly like, oh, people are just guessing.
Right.
And then sometimes somebody might say something, you're like, oh, you kind of know a little more than maybe other people do, or than the news has put out on some of this stuff.
Well, it's really good to hear that one guy has been like cooperating, because that has been like my biggest red flag, is because when they cut through, he kind of followed, right? And he went around the place that they were walking through. So
yeah, he was the number one guy that we talked to.
Yeah, which is great. And that's, I think, the only thing that
people that just have seen people on TV have more emotion when celebrities die than these people have had with their real life people. Like, people cry for celebrity deaths more than we've seen emotions for these people who were really in these people's lives. It's really crazy.
I was ever, a red flag went up in my head.
Yeah.
I know I've heard from people that Kaylee had like a stalker at some points, and that I don't know if you guys have dealt with that or anything, but that's as far as I know.
Third-hand type of stuff.
Yeah. So just, looking for a phone that.
You're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you got any other?
Did he? I don't remember that. I'm going to have to go back and listen to some of his stuff. I messaged him one time on TikTok and he never responded, which, I don't blame him.
Questions? Well, we really appreciate you coming down. You never know, what sort of stuff might pop up. You have my phone number,
yes.
right? Still, if you should hear anything that you think we need to know, or anything like that, please feel free to call me, or you can even text me. If you do text me, just say, "Hey, this is blah blah blah."
Yes.
Start talking to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And especially if you hear anything like timing wise, like if you're talking, in the chat and people are talking about like, oh, I was with Xana, and it's like after you had left or whatever, kind of narrowing down the timeline of when people were around her. And stuff like
I
that.
left Sigma Chi, said goodbye to Xana and Ethan at 2 a.m.
Okay.
And I had that on picture too.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. If anybody in the chats is like, oh, I was with her till 2:45 or something, you know what I mean? Or something like that.
Said that he was there till I think 3. He went over there after the party and for a little bit.
Did he say this, or did somebody else say this?
Somebody else said this.
Okay.
And,
You know what? We'll talk to him either way. It's just good to know
I think
if
that's
it's
somebody
first or second or third.
And who's this guy? He's a Sigma?
Yeah, Sigma Chi. I can get his phone number.
Do you know? Yeah, if you can get that, that'd be perfect.
Let me Snapchat him so then I can get his phone number really fast.
And then also, if you know whether or not he's still up there or down here in the valley or wherever
I don't know where he's at.
Location or
is there a Wi-Fi here that I can connect to? I'm also out of data.
Okay.
There should be a ISP guest.
Is it the D3 guest?
Yes.
Yeah,
okay,
D3 guest.
We can actually fast. Sorry, it's been quite the thing.
So you heard that he was over at the house until 3:30 in the morning?
What? Dolly Parton died. Y'all, what the hell? They just announced something about her taking a break because of her health. Yesterday, day before yesterday. Variety is the first person talking about it. See right here, Dolly Parton shares health update. This was all yesterday. Variety magazine is a magazine. Breaking news. Dolly Parton dies at 80. Oh my God. Singers, we were just saying people react more to celebrity deaths than these people have. And a celebrity death is announced as we're literally talking about it. Singer-songwriter actress Dolly Parton, whose glittering country music stardom was matched by her, I gotta text my dad, by her pop fame and popular parallel careers in film and TV, died today, August 25th. She was 80. The announcement came on her official Instagram with the video from her nephew, Bryan Kohberger, on behalf of the family. Oh my effing jeeb. I don't want to log in! Just play, please.
Hey, everyone.
Okay. Oh
my name is Bryan Kohberger,
text my dad.
son of Cassie Parton, and I'm representing the Parton and Owens family today, announcing the passing of my Aunt Dolly Rebecca Parton Dean, sister, sis, Aunt Granny to one generation, and Gigi to the next. This video announcement is something Dolly asked of me years ago, before I fully absorbed it as a future reality. As her head of security for more than 2 decades, a role my father Larry held before me, I have imagined the heaviness of this moment, but haven't truly felt it until now. It is an honor that is mixed with absolute pride and great sadness. But sadness lies with us, not with Dolly. Dolly has lived in the light and is in the arms of Jesus, surely met by Carl, her parents, and countless others who have watched her and longed for her to meet them in the heavens. I first went on the road with Dolly as a kid, getting a taste of the road life in the early 1980s. Dolly opened doors not just for me, for her entire family to reach the potential we didn't even know was possible. Dolly also opened doors for generations of singers, songwriters, musicians, and dreamers from every walk of life and across every continent. By her example, we believed that anything was possible. She never saw a door she couldn't open, and the doors she opened made and changed history. My family and I have shared a lifetime of beautiful memories with Dolly, but so have you. She has always been on your television, your record player, your CD, and on your phone playlist, becoming an extended part of your family, whether you liked it or not. Our family and the team she has entrusted with her legacy will work diligently to ensure her spirit will live with us forever. Dolly was a farmer, just like her daddy. He farmed the soil, she farmed songs and happiness. Dolly called me and said she wants to rest in a beautiful bed of plush cotton because after a life wearing heavy rhinestones, she finally deserves to be comfortable and have some rest. Rest in peace, Aunt Dolly, Aunt Granny, Gigi. May God bless Dolly Parton, and may God bless you all. She will always love you.
Well, poop. Yeah, they literally just started talking about her health stuff like less than a year ago. Damn, that's crazy. Did they say what all was wrong with her? Or were they just, it's just health stuff and they were being vague? She had to have some procedures. Yeah, she just canceled her Las Vegas thing in June, like 2 months ago. That's crazy. Yeah. Just announced and official because the family had a post put on their official page. She did a lot of stuff for reading literacy with her organization for books. She donated money to a lot of causes, a lot of natural disasters and stuff like that. She did a lot of donations. I've never heard anything bad about her. I've never heard anything bad. I know Miley Cyrus and her are like two peas in a pod. She's probably gonna, yeah, I can imagine she's speechless right now. I think that's crazy. We literally just said people show more emotion for celebrity deaths than we've seen these people show for their own friends and their own children for, one or two. Her godmother, yeah. She's her godmother. But you can be someone's godmother and not be close to them. They're like besties. Like besties. Yeah. That's crazy. Okay. This let's get back to this interview real quick. I'll clip that out and put it on the second channel. I mean, I'm not going to clip it out, but I'll clip it and post it separately over on the second channel so that it's separate. That's crazy. Okay. All right, let's get back to this part right here. This is, to me, the most important part of the entire interview. Even though this girl doesn't seem to have really any facts on anything, this is interesting if this is something that's been going around, because it would mean another person was inside that house, a guy. So this is important, and I don't know if there's follow-up. I don't know who this could be. I don't know if this is legitimate. I don't know what, but this is the most important part of this.
Somebody else said this.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll talk to him either way. It's just good to know
I think
if
that's
it's
somebody that
first
should,
or
that you
second
should
or
absolutely.
third.
And who's this guy?
Let me go back a little bit more.
What sort of stuff might pop up? You have my phone number,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Still, if
Isn't it
you
wild?
should hear anything that you think we need to know, or anything like that, please feel free to call me, or you can
Absolutely.
even text me. If you do text me, just say, "Hey, this is blah blah blah."
Yes.
Start
Random
talking
name.
to a lot of people
Yeah.
recently. So.
And especially if you hear anything like timing wise, like if you're talking, in the chat and people are talking about like, oh, I was with Xana, and it's like after you had left or whatever, kind of narrowing down the timeline of when people were around her and stuff like
I
that.
left Sigma Chi to go with Xana and Ethan.
Okay.
And I have that on like picture too.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. If anybody in the chats is like, oh, I was with her till 2:45 or something, you know what I mean? Or something like that.
Said that he was there till I think like 3.
See, this is where she starts talking about somebody else being there.
He went over there after the party and for a little bit.
Did he say this, or did somebody else say this?
Somebody else said this.
Okay.
And,
You know what? We'll talk to him either way. It's just good to know
I think
if
that's
it's
somebody that
first
should
or
that you
second
should
or
absolutely.
third.
And who's this guy? He's a Sigma?
Yeah, Sigma Chi.
I don't have an email from you.
I can get
give
his
it to you
phone number.
again?
Do you know? Yeah, if you can get that, that'd be perfect.
Let me Snapchat him so that I can get his phone number really fast.
And then also, if you know whether or not he's still up there or down here in the valley or wherever
Yeah, who is this
I
person?
don't know where he's at.
location or
Is there a Wi-Fi here that I can connect to? I'm also out of data.
Okay.
there should be a ISP.
Is it Tim?
Guest
Is
or
it the
something.
D3 guest?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
D3
perfect.
guest.
We can connect really fast.
So Tim did he say it? See, that's another one of the interviews. That's another one of the interviews that we still haven't here on this channel listened to. Did Tim say this in his interview that he was over at the house?
Sorry.
Because that's like the second
Quite
time I've
thing.
seen that. He did say it. Ooh.
So you
What?
heard.
He said it in his interview that he was over there that night. Tim didn't say it. Okay, see, that's why I got to listen to these interviews.
That he was over at the house until 3:30 in the morning.
Pretty late, or 3:30 is a ballpark.
Who would he
right?
have been visiting?
Ethan.
Ethan.
Yeah.
Oh,
So they're in the same grade as me
okay.
out there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I sent that to him, so knowing him to respond. And I can also, if this is like takes time when he responds, I can give you
Just
the number.
give him the phone number and say, hey,
Yes.
give
I absolutely, yeah. I think he
either send us his
What do you
phone
think,
number
baby?
or give him our phone
Just
number and
text
say,
you
hey, hit these guys up
Okay.
right away.
Perfect.
You know.
yeah, you know way more than a lot of us, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, if you could have him call me,
Yes.
that would be perfect.
Okay, I'll tell him to do that
Okay.
then.
Yeah.
I'll just make it easy. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
And Dylan and Bethany are not mentioning a person being there till 3:30. So if that's true, then that's again something else that they're not being honest about. Other people being in the house. Other people being in the house.
Interview ending at 2:26.
Yeah. So yeah, I would love to know who exactly that person is, where he's at, what he knows, if it's true, because again, people lie. People are lying. Because Dylan was awake, okay? Dylan was awake. Bethany might have been down in her room. And maybe she wouldn't have noticed somebody walking in. But there's just like no way, with all the movement that was going on in that house, that all of this stuff was happening and no one else noticed. Unless, you know, the other two, Kaylee and Maddie, did, and they can't tell the story because they're not here. That's just crazy. Everybody's been lying. Thanks for the 199 stars on Mars. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier today, and we've been talking about it for the last few days now. Accomplished Day found that system of different stuff. I'm waiting to see what they do with her FOIA request for the way that they've asked for the document tree from the Synology thing. I'm hoping that they give actual information, but I haven't gotten like anything from them at all. I have like so many freaking FOIAs and they're not moving. They're not moving. Like, I mean, they have little accumulations on them, like little bitty pieces at a time, but I'm not getting, hey, here's the deposit you need to pay. Here, you need to do this. Here, we need to do that. The stuff for the DoorDash driver and the Jack in the Box stuff from Pullman is now at $86 from 50 something. So that means I guess that they did more. And then the chain of custody stuff for Kaylee's phone is now at $61, and that's gone up about $10. But the other ones are still like at the same stuff they've been at for weeks. So I don't know. Yeah, I was shocked, but not shocked at the same time. Like I had a feeling, like we know that they're disorganized. We hella know. We hella know that they're disorganized. I also knew things were being held in separate folders when we dealt with the 11-12 footage. Amber at the FOIA department, the paralegal, had to get with Tim Smaldridge and literally go and hunt down the remaining footage because it was in separate folders. It wasn't all together in one folder. I didn't know that it was a whole other system. And that when Amber checks the system, she's only checking what's been transferred over or already inserted into the Moscow system for Spillman, and they're not touching the Synology system. So now I'm like, okay, again, do I need to send in all of my requests and then specifically request both systems be checked for things? And but what good is that going to do? Because if they're still in the Synology thing, they're not removed, they're not reviewed, they're not labeled correctly. They're just thrown in there, very discombobulated like. And again, they've had years. They have had years to go in there and organize their system. Go in there and organize these files. This is the most important thing that will ever happen in that town. And they couldn't be bothered. Crazy. It's crazy. Especially given the fact that the entire case is, 68 terabytes? The majority of it is sitting in a system that we haven't even been able to search through. Crazy shit. Okay, doke. I'll check it after we get off of here. See, I know that there's stuff that is being obtained by people. I know that Connor just had something else that he posted. What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Let me go see what that was. He just posted something. Like in the posts. Dylan Mortensen phone spoofing. Anybody know? Let's look at that. Let's look. Well, actually, no, I don't want to look at that. I want to leave this at this subject thing. I'll just send y'all this post and y'all can go and look at this and then y'all can try to help me understand like later what the hell it actually means. I don't know what this shit is. Like, I'm not really quite understanding what I'm looking at. So the way that he has it written is, I recently received this file in a duplication fee request, meaning someone else already paid for this information about something going on with Dylan Mortensen's phone and never released it. There's that. The folder was called Dylan Mortensen Phone Spoofing. I don't know much about it other than the woman mentioned CL is Callie Lifeson. I figured I would share it. More info on these files is mentioned in ISP number 144, and he has the Google Drive. So I guess we'll have to do a live reading the report and going over this shit and trying to figure out what it is. Because I don't know what this is. Y'all go do some homework. And we'll talk about this later because I want to know what the hell this is. I'm very confuzzled. It's very strange. Logan got it first. Okay, so she had it first. Okay, well, I need to know what it means. It was released by her. So okay, I'm gonna email her then. I don't know what this means. I don't know anything about that. What's going on there? So the contact she added could have been a fake name as well. See, I know somebody sent me an email and I have to sit down and go over it because I don't know this kind of stuff. So you can tell me something and like, I'm going to think if you use big words that you know what you're talking about, but I'm also not just going to like believe you. I have to go in and like learn the subject a little bit so that I can know that what I'm being told by somebody is legit information. You know what I mean? Not to say that this person doesn't know what they're talking about, but I have to verify it for myself. I can't just be told something and run with that. You guys know how I am with things. So I have to sit down and I have to look up a few things and see like what I'm being told. But I know that there's somebody saying that the new contact is being interpreted incorrectly. And they sent me a very detailed email and has sent that over to the defense team and someone else. I can't remember the other person's email. And it sounds like they know what they're talking about. But again, I have to go in there and try to look at it myself and like learn a little bit about what they're telling me before I can, because I don't know. But the whole thing is just, I don't know. Like all these little technical every little things is a lot. It's a freaking lot. So I need someone who actually understands this stuff to verbally say it to me. I can read it all day long. I need someone with the PowerPoint presentation and some words. Teach it to me. Teach it to me. That's what I need. So I guess I'll go back and see. Did Logan... I'm sure Logan put something out on it, I guess. So I need to go in and I need to look at it. She went over it again yesterday. Okay, I'll have to go and read that. Because you're stupid. You again wasted 5 minutes of your own stupidly ignoramus ass life to sit here and say something that honestly no one gives two fucks about. Bye-bye. My God. My God. I don't understand why people want to... Like, honestly, all they do is give me something to clip that I can put on my clip channel when I kick dumb shits out of here. And they've wasted 5 minutes of their pathetic life that they will never be able to get back. And they made no impact. Like, that's really fucking sad, bro. I mean, I'm sure there's a promo code for some therapy or something out there. You probably need to find one. Okay. I'll be back. We might do the spoofing thing. I need to learn about that stuff. I'll email Logan or I'll look at her channel and I'll listen to her live. I don't understand it, but it's weird to me. Because spoofing to me, I think of when I played Pokemon Go back in the day, and I probably told this story, where I would spoof my location using an APK file for the game on a laptop. And I'd go play in Taiwan and Japan and Tokyo and Australia. And I'd have all these crazy Pokemon from other countries because I spoof my location. So spoofing, I'm assuming means like you're faking it, right? So someone was trying to fake Dylan's phone number. There's also like Social Security Administration mail attached to shit too. The whole drop of information is just very weird. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to think about any of it. So I'll go listen to what Logan said on her channel about it because I'm clueless, right? Like they're so dumb, and these people usually are like the first ones to like say some stupid shit. The haters, the obsessed haters are the first ones to interact with the channel and push it out there. Like they're so dumb. They're actually so stupid. It's entertaining. It's really freaking entertaining. It really is. It really super is. Okay, I think I just got your email. Okay, I'll check all that stuff out when I get off the live. I'll check that out when I get off the live. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I'll figure out what we're doing around like 3:45-ish or so. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'll be back. So you guys have a great rest of your day. Eat some tacos. It's Tuesday. Oh, it's Tuesday. I like said that so naturally, and then it hit me. Oh my God, it's actually Taco Tuesday. I guess I know what we're about to do. Go eat your tacos. Eat lots of tacos, okay? Lots of them. Eat until your pants pop. I'll see you guys later. See y'all.